If you haven't played a single Super Mario game, what's wrong with you? Then don't play games. Just don't play games in general. If you haven't played Super Mario, the game of all games that saved video games as a whole, just don't play video games anymore, okay? Seriously though, ask your grandma or your grandpa if they've ever played Super Mario Brothers while growing up. I mean, honestly, the answer is obviously going to be yes, and if they haven't, then it's kind of odd. During the NES era, when Super Mario Bros. Released in 1985, you got booted to a title screen and that was about it. There was no music, there was no sounds, no visual cues or anything. It was just kind of bland and nothing really too jarring.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god!
I don't know why, for the unholy love of God, when I was driving in the car back in 2007 with this game in my hand, I looked at the cover and went, man, this is probably gonna suck. While I still do have my original copy of Mario Galaxy 2, including the instruction booklet included with it, I don't have the original case for Super Mario Galaxy 1, and I'm not exactly sure why. I think back in 2008, I originally lost the original game, and it just went away after that. It's just gone. So I don't know, but in its own merit of itself, I mean, seriously, having the original GameStop, like, I don't know, used cover box is still a feat in itself. This is still a really cool box to have. Look, I even have some of my old save files for Super Mario Galaxy 1 on this disc. I have something from 2010, which was 9 years ago now, and including another one and also one from 2013. And that's remarkable. Whether it be the visuals, the music, the atmosphere, Mario Galaxy introduced a lot of new atmospherical things that were so well done that I had to sit down sometimes and just appreciate it for its own merit. Maybe at points a little too atmospherical, because I don't know why, but since I was a child, I am so deathly afraid of all the water levels in this game. But aside from the gameplay and everything else, I have to say the best thing about this entire experience is the music itself. My god, man. Koji Kondo, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but Jesus Christ, man, this is one of the top best Mario soundtracks of all time, or I'll even dare to say it, the best video game soundtrack of all time, period. I swear, from start to finish, every single level feels unique in its sound design, and I mean that all the way, whether it be from very slow and emotional music to slow atmospheric music to fast upbeat music to fast upbeat boss music. It just all works perfectly and blends so well with this game. It's just beautiful. Obviously, one of the most recognizable tracks in the entire game is Gusty Garden Galaxy. This is probably one of the most recognizable songs in Mario history and has earned many awards and acclaims for being the best Mario song, period. It has been reused in every single Mario title since, except for Mario Odyssey, and also Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Smash Ultimate. I mean, what can I even say more to tell how good this soundtrack is to everyone? I mean, seriously, every single track in the game is so upbeat and so uplifting that I just couldn't help but get happy every single time I hear a new tune to each level. Each level is so grand and new and open that it just feels like Mario is going on one of his biggest adventures yet, and that's the type of feeling I want in a game, to make it feel like you, the explorer, the player, are going on this huge grand adventure, and Mario Galaxy soundtrack invigorates that and just puts it all the way to the max. You know, I'm still compelled, even till this very day, that most people don't like the controls for Super Mario Galaxy. I don't understand why that is. I mean, seriously, I find it to be one of the second best controlling games, and yes, I haven't played Super Mario Sunshine yet, so I can't really include that on my list of the best controlling Mario games. But while yes, I do understand all of the complaints about the motion controls for Super Mario Galaxy, I don't understand why it gets more flack than Super Mario Odyssey. I found Super Mario Odyssey's motion controls much more pointless and much more unneeded in that game than this game. However, I will always thoroughly stand by my point in saying that I always need that little extra boost with the spin attack, which helps greatly in terms of the gravity mechanics in Super Mario Galaxy 1. And I gotta say, one of the most exhilarating parts of Mario Galaxy's gameplay is just launching off into space from a new item called the Launch Star. It was even reused in Smash Ultimate. These little sections of gameplay only last for about a few seconds and are the most exhilarating and ambient moments of the entire game. Just watching Mario blast through space is just one of the most satisfying things to ever watch. Which is just another grade A inclusion in terms of how the level design of Mario Galaxy is some of the best the series has ever seen. The multiple branching pathways and different ways to traverse the galaxy is some of the most creative and innovative things I have ever seen in a video game before. And while Sonic Lost World has tried to do this formula before, it just didn't work out the same way that Mario Galaxy worked out. I'd have to say, some of the most lackluster levels in the entire game are these trash levels. There's only 2 of them in the entirety of the game, and they break the atmosphere and are just really tedious. Thank God there are only 2 of them though. Super Mario Galaxy's finale has to have one of the most climactic endings in any Mario game to date. The song that you are hearing in the background of the video right now is also the song that accompanies this final level, and man, it just hypes you up for this final battle. The whole level itself is also just near perfect. But do you want to know what tops it all off even more? The final boss theme, man! Listen to this! I have absolutely no idea how anybody could not like that theme. After we defeat Bowser, it's finally time to show off the final cutscene of the game, and Mario and friends get sucked into a vortex with the galaxy recreating itself. This is one of the most emotionally powerful scenes in the entire game. Everyone dies in this scene, and I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it, but my god man, it is beautiful and brutal all at the same time. I love it so much. After that, the game is officially over, meaning now we can play Super Luigi Galaxy. I honestly can't decide which version I like playing more, Mario or Luigi, but I can't help but find that at the end of the game, when I saw that I had to play through the entire game again with Luigi in order to get a super secret ending, I kind of just gave up at that point. All of the happiness that I shared from the first playthrough was just kind of gone. I think the main reason for that was just that through the first playthrough, I had all this big wondrous ideas, the imagination set wild, just waiting to see what would happen next and get everything new out of the way. But knowing now that I know what every galaxy is, it's just kind of, that awe feeling is just kind of gone. But really, at the end of the day, Super Mario Galaxy is still one of my top favorite games of all time, and I'm glad to be sharing my experiences and my feelings with it to everybody. Seriously though, if you've never played this game before, I highly recommend you get a cheap retail version of it online on Amazon, or play an emulator version of it on PC. So I'm personally going to give Super Mario Galaxy a 9.5 out of 10. It is one of the greatest games of all time, and that is in my own opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but in my opinion, I believe so. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.